Alright, well, we are back with the Spyderco ShowDown. Tonight we're looking at the Spyderco Paramilitary 2 taking on the Spyderco Superleaf. Now guys, these are both heavyweights in their own right. Both are great designs, and I mean, Spyderco hit it out of the ballpark with both these knives. But one of them has to be our champion. Now this is going to be a hard one. I have a special place in my heart for both of these knives. My Para 2 has been to hell and back with me. I've used that knife for just about anything you can freaking think of, and mostly for shit that it wasn't designed for, and it has held up amazingly. Yeah, the DLC is a little rough, but it is what it is. That knife can do anything. On the other hand, the Spyderco Superleaf is a elegant, sexy beast. That blade is monstrous thick, and it's just a beautiful beast. She slices great. VG10, my favorite steel, but can it do the things a Paramilitary 2 can do? I don't know. You guys are gonna have to be the judge. Let me tell you guys a little bit about the specs, and then we'll figure out who wins. We have an official scorecard to look at. We have 5 categories we're going to judge these knives in. Let's check out the scorecard. We have looks, design, ergonomics, deployment, ease of use, and materials. And I think that's all pretty fair. And we're going to see which knife is the better of the two. We'll be back. Alright, now these knives are very similar, not only in that they both have a compression lock on our Spyderco premium knives, if you ask me, but the specs are pretty close. Now it doesn't look like it from the angle that the camera's in right now, but these knives have the exact same blade length as of all the specs online, and they're pretty close as well in thickness. Now there is a few differences, and we'll talk about those, but as far as blade length goes, you're looking at the same length, which is 3.44 inches. So you have 3.44 inches total length. Now where the Para 2 shines over the Superleaf is you have a full 3 inches of cutting edge with the Paramilitary 2. You still have that frontwards choil, so you can still choke up on the knife, but you lose quite a bit of blade or cutting edge on the Superleaf. You're looking at 2.81 inches cutting edge versus 3 whole inches on the Para 2. Now that might not seem like a lot, but it is quite a bit when you think about it. Let's see. As far as thickness, another big difference here. The Para 2 says it is 0.4 inches thick, and the Superleaf is 0.3 inches thick. But when you look at them side by side, kind of looks like that Superleaf is considerably thicker. And not only is it thicker, that thickness runs all the way to the point. So this is a very stout blade. The Para 2, it's stout, but then it really thins out to that really fine tip, and it's a great slicer and all, but you have a better chance snapping this tip off than you do this, especially with the blade shape. You have a clip point on the Para 2 and that full leaf shape. That tip is going to be quite a bit substantially stronger, if you ask me. Now unfortunately I've never put the Superleaf to the test, but I have tested out other knives with this same blade shape, and that tip is quite a bit tougher to snap off than something so fine as the Paramilitary 2. Both great knives though, in their own right. These are both heavyweights, and I wish I could give the title to both of them. Let's see. Another thing that the Para shines in is the handle length. It has a considerable longer handle. You're looking at 4.81 inches. Again, it doesn't seem like a lot, but once you hold it in hand, it really is. The Superleaf is 4.69 inches long. Now, again, it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you hold these knives together, you can really see that last little bit. and it makes a difference. It's not that this handle's too small, but I do like having that extra little bit, because if you're wearing gloves, your profile of your hand is a lot bigger. So let's throw on a pair of gloves and I'll show you what I mean. Now, that longer handle is definitely going to come into play here. It gives you a lot more room, a lot more purchase in your hand with gloves, versus the super leaf, where it kind of squishes your fingers together. You kind of get stuck in this little hooky here, and your fingers kind of get smashed together, so you don't really have a full purchase of the knife. This middle finger, one of them is always going to get shoved out kind of when you tighten down your grip. Now, doesn't mean that it's going to be uncomfortable. It is a little uncomfortable, but I know when I hold the Para 2 tightly in my hand without gloves, I can really start to feel a hot spot right around here on my fingers. Now, if I squeeze hard enough, now most handles are going to be like that, but maybe if they would have rounded this out a little bit and not had this bulge at the bottom, if you hold on to it for a second, you can definitely see the mark in the middle of my fingers from squeezing in. Now, I'm not saying that the super leaf doesn't have that, but it's considerably less when I squeeze without gloves. But with gloves, the Para 2 outshines it. So that's kind of a wash, if you ask me. Without gloves, the super leaf is more comfortable. With gloves, the Paramilitary 2 is more comfortable. As far as materials, the Para 2 is going to win. It really is. I mean, the S30V is a better steel than the VG10. I happen to like VG10 because when I first got into knives, I just fell in love with it. It's gorgeous. It's strong, it's durable, it's easier to sharpen for me than S30V, so that's why I like it. But overall, S30V is going to outshine VG10 on any given day. They're both great steels, but the S30V is going to last longer. It might take you a little bit longer to get your edge on there, but it will last longer. The DLC coating is also going to help. That really doesn't count because you can probably... Actually, I don't want to say that. You probably can't find a super leaf in DLC coating, but you can find a Para 2 in satin finish. So I don't know if that really counts for anything. As far as handle material, they're both G10 handles, skeletonized liners. The Para 2 is considerably lighter. You're looking at 3.75 ounces for this versus 4.7 ounces for the super leaf. So it is about an ounce heavier, but I kind of like that heft. I don't know about you guys, but I like knowing my knife is in the pocket. So this isn't too much. Anything really under 5 ounces is all right in my book. I like a little bit of weight to my folders. Now, another thing that makes the Para 2 a better knife, in my opinion, is that 4-way reversible pocket clip. Now, do you need a 4-way reversible pocket clip? Probably not. But is it nice, especially on a knife that you're paying over $100 for? Definitely. I like to have options. I don't know about you guys. I'm American. I like to have options in everything. If I want to flip it, you know, tip up, left side, I want to be able to do it. And I think it's really cool that you have the choice. It makes it awesome for ambidextrous people. If you're left-handed, right-handed, whatever you prefer, have it your way. So that's really cool. I love the 4-way pocket clip. Super leaf, you have right, left, tip up, carry only. So wah wah wah, that sucks. It does have one of these clip it pocket clips, the wire clips. I really don't care for them. A lot of people seem to like them. I myself prefer just a regular old pocket clip. Sorry guys, got a dry cough here. But I mean, overall, these are both great knives. Again, if you have a chance to score either of these, grab them up. They're both great knives. But in my humble opinion, and with all everything set aside, because I love the super leaf so much, the Para 2 is a much better knife. It really is. Just everything about it screams a better knife, in my opinion. The smoothness, that compression lock. I hate the compression lock on the super leaf. That popping, I don't know, again, if it's not because it's not broke in or what, but that pop, And the nylon washers versus phosphorus bronze in the Para 2. I mean, the Para 2 beats it out in all reality every which way from Sunday. But again, this is a more modern blade. This one was made quite a while ago, so you got to weigh that in. At the time, this was probably top of the line. Nowadays, this really isn't even top of the line anymore. To some, this is the end all be all knife for them. The Para 2 is their dream knife, and I don't want to steer anybody away from it. I love this knife. I love the Super Leaf, but there are better knives out there. But they're both great knives. They really are. Especially for the money, these are great knives. Can you do better? Can you get a better budget blade? Of course. But we're talking about these two badasses right here. So I hope you guys liked the video. I hope I didn't ramble on too much for you guys. They're both great knives. Get your hands on one whenever you can. Cali P approved with a big old fat stamp. So hope you guys liked the video. Give it a thumbs up, and I will be sure to make more just like it. Cali P, I'm out of here.